cell phone policy. Okay, first question, what's the relationship between MPL and APL?
When APL is going up, inflow is going down.
Got to remember the graph. Which one represent MPL, which one represent APL?
The top one is NPL.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at option A. When MPL is below APL, which is here, right? APL rises. That's wrong or right?
That's wrong.
Wrong. Okay. The second one, when MPL is above APL, when MPL is above APL, APL rises.
That's wrong.
That's right.
That's right, right? B, right. Okay.
Oh, bad.
I'm gonna go over the next one.
These shut up.
Because I remember, actually there may be another one that is correct. Okay, APL increases as long as MPL increases. APL increases as long as MPL increases. As long as MPL increases, APL increases, is that right?
Looks like it's right. Big on the graph.
This one is also right. If you circle this one, C, OB, you will get point.
Oh, good, sweet. I know I got one of mine.
Option D, MPL is greater than APL when APL is declining. APL is declining, MPL is lower than, so D is wrong, okay? The last one, when MPL is equal to APL, APL is at minimum. Maximum. So you will get credit if you circle B or C. That's fine.
I was gonna ask you that, but she wasn't here. I was gonna ask that, but you wasn't here. I think it was that question actually.
Which one did you circle?
I don't even remember. It was either B or C.
Okay. You guys get that one right?
I don't remember.
Okay, next one is relationship about average cost and the marginal cost. The same kind of question. Okay. Option A, marginal cost is above average cost when average cost is declining. Marginal cost is above average cost when average cost is increasing, not declining, right?
Wait, can you repeat that one more time?
Look at you talking.
Let's just use one, because you have the same kind of relationship.
It's fine.
Option A says marginal cost is above average cost when average cost is declining. If average cost is declining, we're at here, right?
Yeah.
And when we're at here, marginal cost is below average cost.
Wrong.
So A is wrong. Second one. Marginal cost is above average cost when average cost is at maximum. You know this is not right, right? Marginal cost is above average cost when average cost is at maximum. No, we really do not know where's, although this one could be right. Okay, marginal cost is above the average cost and when ATC is at maximum. Okay, I'm gonna leave B there. All right, let's look at C. Marginal cost is below average cost when average cost is rising. When average cost is rising, marginal cost is not below average cost, it's actually above average cost. That's right. Last one. Marginal cost is below average cost. Marginal cost is below average cost. And when average cost is declining. When average cost is declining, marginal cost is below average cost. That's correct. So the answer should be D.
Did you say B was right too?
B is, I was posed a question there because, if we know where the maximum is, then this could be potentially right. But right now, based on this graph here, we really do not know where the maximum. Okay, so again, if you circle D, I will not deduct the point. Okay, so either B or D. Any question on that one? You get this one right?
I don't know.
I don't even remember.
Have an extra copy? Have an extra copy?
It's a week, like we ain't taking this Friday.
That was last week.
I had.
Dude, my week is long as hell.
Long week.
And then you guys use this kind of graph to answer the question?
I think, wasn't it?
I told her.
No, you.
When she said multiple choice, I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, so you get points off if you did.
Wait, hold on. We have to graph increase.
All right, let's.
Could've on the paper. So I think
Can I have your attention, please?
So.
Can I have your attention, please? Okay, question 3. Question 3. You have ATC. You have AVC. I'm just going to draw this roughly, okay? You have this AFC. All right, so they ask you what is the value of total variable cost when output is 300. What's the formula to use?
ABC times Q.
We know Q is 300. We just need to find AVC when Q is equal to 300, right? When Q is equal to 300, actually somewhere here. And AVC is equal to is the number you use? So 34 multiplied 300, which is equal to what?
10,200. I got it right.
I know.
102.
Cause the math.
Finally got one right?
Disrespect, Shit.
All right, let's look at next question.
Well, I answered first.
I know that's what I'm saying.
That's B.
Don't give me a 0.
Okay, let's look at next question here. Next question asks you about the definition of marginal revenue. Marginal revenue. What is marginal revenue? Marginal means additional. Additional revenue increase when you what?
So one.
Sell one more unit or produce one more unit, right?
We ballin'.
So the answer should be D,
There she goes.
selling an additional unit of output.
That was like the easiest question.
I was not missing that.
It has to be.
So everyone just quit this class.
I need to think about that.
I said,
All right, question 5 is another graph. Ask you what is the level of output to maximize profit. That should be the simplest question, right? What's the formula you need to use?
Q time, no.
So we have this prices right here. This is ATC, and this is the marginal cost. This is equal to 5. They give you this output here to 50, 300, and here is 100, and another one.
She would test this after she graduated.
340.
Which is like the.
Alright, what is optimal output?
300.
300.
300. Wait, why is that number?
Are you sure?
340 because it's.
P
Oh,
equal
wait, yeah.
to
It's 340.
MC. That's the formula, right? P equal to MC. At 300, the price, this is the price.
$5.
Yeah. It's exactly equal to MC.
So it's 300.
It is 300.
All right.
Wait, what?
That's easy.
You said it's 300 or 340?
300.
Yeah.
Because P equal to MC at 300.
MC, not P, is 18.
So I got that.
That's C.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
She says she was gonna.
Got it right?
I got the mathematics.
I believe so.
I have like two tests.
Bloody all of my wrists.
Alright, so next question. Given the market price, the cost conditions described in those 4 graphs, which one of the four firms earns a normal rate of return? When the firms earns a normal rate of return, what does this indicate?
It's 0. Economic profit is 0.
Economic profit is equal to 0. If its economic profit is equal to 0, then where is the price?
At the bottom of ATC.
What was number 5?
Break even.
What was the letter?
Oh,
See,
I got that one.
Right?
I'm talking about.
Economic profit equal to 0. So you earn the normal rate of return. The answer is D.
This one's D.
That's what looks like the graph.
Oh, I think I got it right.
Got this one right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I understand it.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't honestly know, but thanks.
Economic profit equal to 0 right there.
I probably got that right. I hope I got it right.
Whether or not the firm decides to produce or shut down in the short run depends solely on whether revenue from operating are sufficient to cover what?
Total variable.
Total variable cost.
Total variable cost.
Oh, okay.
Variable cost. Answer is B.
That's number 7,
Good.
right?
That's 7. That's all the questions from chapter 7, 8. Next is a question from chapter 6. Okay. An indifference curve shows all the consumption bundles.
I can't remember which one. I think it was a B.
Yields the same total utility for an individual. Answer is B.
Yeah.
The same total utility everywhere.
Um,
Indifference curve means you're indifferent because your total utility is the same everywhere.
I don't know if I got that right.
I missed it.
Next question. What are you guys doing so far?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I think I'm
I
doing
know I
good.
just got the
You just
two
had
right.
quiz, you guys doing
It's a long. It was a long weekend.
Long weekend.
Long weekend.
a long weekend?
Yeah.
Very long.
It's a long weekend.
We can knock our
All right. Charlie has $10 to spend on cookies and brownies, and the price of brownie and cookie $1
$1
each.
each.
What is Charlie's optimal consumption bundle?
I think I did the actual graph.
Was that where one of them had like 10 and 4 or like 7?
Only one of them that added up to $10.
Person D running from speed on the
It's
brakes.
10 on one
That's
side.
God. You can't guard that thing. There you go, bro. That shit.
This is a,
Step back over there.
okay, let's be quiet right now, okay? $10 is equal to sum of the expenses from 2 goods, okay?
You go left.
And you know the price is $1 each, so no, this is $1, and this is a dollar, right? So 10 is equal to X plus 1. So number of consumption on cookies plus number of consumption on brownies should be equal to
It was the one that, I think it was like 6 and 4.
Yeah.
6 brownies and 4 cookies.
Okay, I got it right.
Yeah,
What answer was that?
that's
Got
C.
it. C.
Yeah, C. Because all other ones
All
cannot
other
add
ones
up to
don't
10.
add up.
Yeah. That's.
That's an easy one. It's an easy one.
70
You got
dollars.
that. You got that wrong.
Yeah.
Next one is a little bit more challenging than the last one because they give you a
Does it have
graph.
the same, does it have the same concept though?
Yeah, it's the same concept. Yeah. The next question is give you this graph.
I might have got that right.
Oh, where it shifted.
Oh, that was like an
This is the B. This is the A, Y, X. This is C. You have number. This is 3.
3.
This is a 4. All right.
Okay.
So the only thing they gave to you right now is income is $20.
What is it value?
I guess.
The income is $20. Okay. They ask you the prices. You know.
Oh, I do.
Okay, let's be quiet. Okay. They ask you the price in those 4 options. Again, we're going to use this. We're going to use some values here and plug into this formula here. Okay. We know 2 points. We know the value of 2 points. One is A and one is B. Okay. At point A, what is X?
Oh, wait.
If you get this wrong, then you so at point A, what is the value of X? What is the value of Y?
The value of y is 10, the value of x is 0.
Good.
Probably.
0.
Okay, let's plug the value of B to this. What is X? What is Y at point B?
3, 4.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
So you have basically 2 equations and 2 unknown variables. You can solve it. But this is simple because this is just 0, right? You just cancel it out. And what you have, Py multiplied 10 is equal to 20. What does that mean?
2.
Py is equal to 2.
That's right.
I got it right.
So you plug this 2 part here. Then what you have is 20 equal to Px multiplied 3 plus what?
8.
8. So Px multiplied 3 it should be equal to
1. Oh, yeah, well, I got you. Yeah.
Oh, 12.
12, right? And Px is equal to
Do my math exam. I ain't trying to pay with no money. I'm trying to pay with the dick. So.
who's the whose cell phone or radio you bring? What is doing there?
Who? Huh? Oh my bad. I nodded off a little bit. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
All right. Px equal to $4. Py is equal to $2. Got this one right? And answer is B. $2, $4. Is this the way you solve this problem?
I did 5 times 4.
No, this is the next question. You guys, is this the way you solve the problem?
No.
No?
I think I
No, how did you solve the problem?
I did whatever I gave it. It's wrong.
I did it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I guessed on this.
Like if you plugged it in.
Oh, you guys just, try and error,
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I did it by process of elimination because all the other options were like.
That's fine. That's
You
fine.
did.
You know,
First
yeah.
class too.
No, we do that. 2 and 4.
So does that mean we got it wrong?
That's fine. That's fine approach. Yeah, yeah. I use the traditional approach, but you can use.
Well, I
the
didn't get 2 and 4. That's what
That shit like it's
Oh, you did not get
I
it.
got 2 and 5.
I don't know what the fuck.
I got 12 and 8 because that's equal to 20.
But there was no such answer 12 and 8.
Oh, it's not?
I'm
Then maybe I got 2 and 4. I don't know what I got.
Yeah, there was a 20 and 12.
I definitely didn't.
No, not that one.
Okay, next question 10. Question 11, and they give you this two graph, ask you what's happening in those graphs. One graph, let's look like this. Is this. Shift this way. What caused that?
A lower price.
Yeah, the price of X went down.
A lower price in X. Good.
And the other one's what? A rising income?
This is caused by
More income.
More income.
higher income. So the answer should be, let me see.
It's D, right?
It was something about the income rising.
It's like D or E or something
I'm so
like that.
glad I switched my answer on that one because I almost fucked.
Answer is B,
Oh shit.
What number was that?
11.
11. Okay. What's so funny?
Okay.
I
You have a really,
was-
huh? You?
I was just happy because I got that answer right, so it's doing a bit of a celebration.
Because I was going to ask someone who shared that good joke with
That
us.
one was my bad. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Okay. And the last question. An increase in the wage rate has two effects on the demand for leisure. One is substitution, the other one is income effect. If it's a substitution effect, listen, if it's substitution effect, then when the wage rate goes up, what's going to happen to your
You have more leisure time.
you will have more leisure time. Oh,
But there was two answer choices that were very similar.
are you sure you will have more leisure? What's the meaning of substitution effect?
I thought it was
You work
Yeah, you want more
You substitute
work less
working.
for leisure.
for leisure, yeah.
I'm sorry. You substitute leisure with working.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so substitution effect says that if the wage rate goes up, you're going to work more.
Didn't we also talk about how if your wage went
You're
up?
going to work more.
Amount of time.
If your wage goes up?
If it's a substitution effect,
Yes. Okay.
if it's substitution effect, which means
Like last time.
you want to substitute your leisure with working. So you're going to work more when wage rate goes up.
With the substitution effect, didn't we also discuss that if your income goes up by a significant amount, then eventually it would revert back and you would.
That's called income effect.
That's income. Okay.
That's income effect. So it's the income effect, then when the wage rate goes up, you're gonna work less.
Okay.
Okay? So let's see which answer is right. So here, they ask you which of the following describe the income effect. Okay, so if it's income effect, wage rate goes up, you're gonna work less. Okay, so let's look at option B. As wage increases, the worker's real income rises, and the demand for leisure will rise. That's the correct one.
That's big.
Oh, look at that. He just.
Good luck, man. I hope you did well.
All right.
Okay. Have you graduated? She said she had.
I'm not ready.
But I won't listen to them. Hey, boom. So she walked in here and told you to take the quiz.
Because he wasn't here.
Yo, I won't either. She's not.
Okay. Any question on this quiz?
Can you grade them right now?
Shit, you should have.
Stop looking.
Well,
Wait,
last
can
time.
you grade mine?
Later, if you want. But I will give them back to you on Wednesday.
That's true. When are you gonna have chapter 8 posted online?
Okay, so I mean,
Homework is not
that.
posted. I'll do that today.
How long are you gonna give us?
Saturday.
So we don't have any homework due until Saturday?
Like she's gonna open it today.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the chapter 8 today, and then we'll be due Saturday.
Wait,
Goddamn legs.
say that one more time.
Why have you repeat everything?
I'll be answering questions. Just get back.
Homework will be posted today,
I'm ready to start
chapter 8,
getting tatted.
and will be due Saturday. Okay?
We did, but I swear to God.
All right. Okay.
I'm ready to get totally tatted all over, bro. It's not all over.
After chapter 9,
It's like, shit.
we're gonna have midterm.
We just had one.
Wait, you have another midterm?
So the midterm wasn't the midterm?
Yeah, that was 12 right there.
We're gonna have chapter 9, and we're gonna have a midterm too. So I'm thinking, today is Monday. So I'm thinking the midterm 2 will be Wednesday next week.
I was gonna say Friday next week.
So what's
I feel like
every day
Friday
be on
next
chapter
week
6
would be
through 9?
I already had the midterm.
6, 7, 8, 9.
So it's gonna be like the same stuff as we just went over, plus another chapter. Okay.
Alright, bet. Send them all.
Okay? Wednesday next week, midterm 2.
Questions?
What's the date of that day?
You gonna have another test what's after that? You gonna have that final test?
That's the thing.
Yeah, we have a final
Don't worry
test.
about that right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do today is, any question, raise your hand. No talking. On Wednesday, and we're gonna have a visitor here, and that's my department chair. So I'm going to leave chapter 9 and to until Wednesday, because, I don't want to talk about 1 and chapter 9 today, and then move on to something totally new. So what I'm gonna do today is we're just going to do more problem solving for chapter 8. Okay, we're just going to do some practice. Then chapter 9, we're going to do it on Wednesday. Then we can finish the chapter 9 in the week session, okay? Okay, so, but before I start, I want to, since you have taken the quiz, tell me what you struggled with. The chapter, different chapter, now 6, 7, 8.
I think the questions were the most enterable when we had the graphic next to it, instead of just like discerning it through a word problem, because a lot of the language is really similar and it's kind of confusing if we don't have the picture to go off of.
Yeah, that's right, you're right.
I think chapter 7, well for me, I don't know about anyone else, was like the most difficult chapter, because I couldn't really, I have one of my examples in my notebook that I guess either it was my thing, but we had mislabeled the graph. Well, the book said one thing and my note said another, so it threw me off and I couldn't figure
What
it
are
out.
you referring to? The AP?
Yeah, the APL. The
Yeah.
That's what I was
That's
gonna
what I
say.
got.
Yeah.
What question?
It was, we drew a graph in our notes, but we had mislabeled the graph. We had switched the APL and APL.
Yeah, we had APL on top and NPL on bottom.
From the notes?
Yeah.
And then on what you was wanting to do was NPL on top and NPL.
Did I make a mistake? Or it's,
So that's how we learned it.
but MPL, it should not be the top.
But you told us in our notes APL.
Yeah.
So in that lecture,
Yeah.
I did, I labeled wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I apologize for that. Yeah, my MPL should be always on the top. I mean, accidentally labeled it wrong. Yeah. Remember, MPL is always on the top. Yeah.
So we should all get that right.
But when I reviewed it last class, before the midterm, I did it right.
Yeah.
Yes. Right? Yeah.
We were
So I'm
just
here.
confused because you said, we were like, well, this is what you put in the notes.
Yeah, yeah. You guys should ask me, catch me with the,
Thank you.
Couldn't ask you, you weren't here.
Huh?
You weren't here for us to ask.
Not on the exam day. Before the exam day. Oh, not the
I got it
quiz day.
wrong.
Before the quiz day. Okay.
Well, how we know, dude?
Don't wait until the quiz day or
How we
exam
know?
day because I would not be able to.
Do I get points back if I got it wrong?
No.
Oh my God.
Respect.
Savage.
Like that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. So that's
I forgot.
let's do a problem. Okay. Let's do a problem. This problem is very similar to the midterm 2 question that you will see.
Where's the shoes? She said, no. Almost. She said, fuck no.
Wait, I did.
Video that dude put up that black dude's voice.
That shit was funny. You get the note with it, too.
That shit was funny.
No, baby.
He's how he in Temptations.
So I'm going to give you the output and the fixed cost is unknown. Variable cost is here, total cost is here, and the ATC is here. We have ABC and MC.
I just messed
But
it
this
all.
time, it's not as forward as the last exercise we did. If it's MP, it is something you need to figure out yourself. ITC is 11.50, 6.25, 4.67, 4.4, 1.50, 1.33, 1.50, 2.4, 1.50 here, 1.
Damn.
2. I want you to find all the missing values.
Oh no.
I'm not going to give you a hint right now. I want you to contemplate on this question yourself. I mean, work with it, struggle with it a little bit.
Seen that shit, bro.
The one where he went in Odell. Hey, look, the one where he went in Odell house. That was.
Let's work on this problem, guys. Do you mind if you're not using your computer to take notes? Please close it. Close your computer if you're not using your computer taking notes. There are 2 people in this class have the computer on right now. I'm asking you, if you're not using taking notes, close it down.
So, in other words, you're saying
Everyone,
stop.
you want everybody to close it?
Not everyone, there's only 2 people have the computer on right now.
And 2.
So you saying I'm not using my computer? That's what you're saying?
Are you using it taking notes,
I was doing my homework.
doing your homework? What
Next
homework?
assignment.
When is that due?
Saturday.
I have not signed it yet. Okay, now
Isn't that
probably-
like 30? We passed the chance to say nothing about it.
Right now.
Close it, please.
Boss woman.
That's your big
Ooh, hostility.
Yeah, shit out
Let's work on the problem here.
She handled that, bro.
She went to say both of them. That's what's
You have a question, huh?
Is there a graph that goes along with this? Because then we need to.
The fixed cost is not given to you.
okay, so the
Fixed cost.
Alright. So
No, baby.
Yeah,
Okay,
because it was given to us.
but we
Oh,
know,
yeah, well.
This time it's not given.
okay, like
Well, I'll go ahead finding this three value first. Okay, I'm going to. This is A.
how do we find fixed cost again? I'm looking for it.
Here is B,
peeping sheet.
and this is C. So focus on this three value. A, B, C.
So
Okay, focus on this three.
20 times.
Finding this three first.
So we're just finding these
You basically plug in the equations for you.
TVC. I don't even have a damn TV station.
TVC.
You got to use all the information provided there.
Yeah, you gotta know what extra shit.
Bro, this is OD. TVC.
Got to use all the information there. All the information given there for you to use.
Okay, so ABC.
Where's your notes?
There's no
I don't have my notes out.
Don't talk about
So the formula for finding average variable cost is TVC.
Which one?
For A, I was stuck on that because I was gonna.
ABC.
Q.
The formula that associated with that one is TVC is equal to ABC multiply Q,
Yes,
right? Yeah, that would be the one that associated with that.
but we don't have total variable.
Correct? But we have other things. We have other things.
Okay.
I'm dead. You gotta find. She said she wanted us to find those two first. So I gotta find that. I gotta find that ABC at 1 point.
What is FC on some like?
Bro, I don't even know what FC is.
Fixed cost.
Yeah, the fixed cost. But I don't know how you get fixed cost. I just have.
Do not just use one or two information here. You got to, there's a lot of numbers here and all of them are useful. Figure it out.
I can't. I don't remember fixed costs, so we got a problem here.
Fixed cost is.
Somebody just asked me, we do not know total fixed cost. But how can you find total fixed cost? What kind of formula you can use to find total fixed
Gotta have the total variable costs. But we only have
average fixed cost times Q, but do we have average fixed cost?
no, and we don't have.
So that formula wouldn't be very useful, right?
Right.
What about the, do we have another formula we can use?
What about variable
Total variable cost times Q.
Yeah.
or variable?
TVC times Q.
Is it total variable cost?
What's the other formula that's associated with total fixed cost? There's one more, it's the obvious one,
T.
ABC.
Well, you know, this
C.
is one, but this one's really, we cannot use
Can't use
it,
it.
right? With the other one.
Average variable cost.
ABC.
It's the ABC times Q.
No, it cannot, it's just total fixed cost has nothing.
Fixed cost plus total variable. I don't.
Average variable cost and average total cost.
The very first formula I gave it to you.
What? TFC divided by Q?
Man,
Is that what you're talking about?
TFC is TC equal TFC plus TVC. So it's
So.
gonna be TVC minus TC.
TC minus TVC.
Oh my god.
But we don't have TVC.
We don't have
Look at
TVC. But we don't have TVC, so how can we use
We
it?
cannot use this, so we gotta figure out whether we can use this.
Can't even use
But we don't have TVC. We only have variable costs. We don't have the total variable cost.
So look, this shit is unsolvable.
Wow.
You can do what you said last.
So we finally got
Define. Hold on.
smart.
So you're telling us we gotta find the TVC and then use
I want you
get
to
that.
see, I want you to work on it. Work on
Define
it.
TVC.
If you know approach, work on it.
Hold on.
Define TVC.
So we're trying to
HTVC.
we have no total cost. We have
Bro, I'm dead. I'm dead.
So what the hell do we use?
We don't have,
TVC is ABC
Times
times Q.
but we don't have total variable costs on the chart. So how are we supposed to do it?
No, TVC is ABC times Q. So you multiply ABC times Q, and then you get.
You use the answer.
You times AVC by Q.
Take TVC and times it.
Please be quiet.
And then use
Let's-
TVC to
let's
get.
Be quiet. Okay, work on it yourself because you.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're not allowed to pass it.
I swear
But
we
not
don't.
at all. Okay, you can collaborate with what other people are thinking here. Give them a chance to figure out themselves.
Bro, I'm dead.
You will be able to
Nope.
choose output, row to figure out the total cost. And then you will be able to figure out the total variable cost for that row. Once you have these two, then you can figure out fixed cost. So you have to pick one of those outputs that will gives you both values. Some rows, some output, you will not be able to have all the value, but for some, you'll be able to get both. And that's one you need to find, and that's one you can figure out fixed cost.
I got the Raptors in the top 4 next week. I just don't know.
Alright.
Actually, the hint already,
Oh my.
the hint already here.
So 1.5 times 10.
Alright. Want me to give you a hint? Let's look at Q equal to 10. Can you find TC and TVC when Q equal to 10?
Well, yeah, what was the question? Repeat that, please.
When Q equal to 10, will you be able to have both TC and TVC?
No, you only get total cost.
Would you be able to find both?
We don't have the total cost.
Yes or no?
No.
Are you guys?
Yes,
We'll get the TVC if we do that. But we don't have the
TC, how do we find TC?
ATC.
ATC multiply
Q quantity.
Q. Do we have ATC when Q equal to 10?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said.
Do we have Q?
Yeah. Oh, I got it right.
Okay, how do we find TVC?
ABC times Q.
ABC too.
ABC, do we have ABC for Q equal to 10?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. We got it. I was looking at the very top. Oh shit.
Excuse me.
And the hard to find total fixed cost now?
And then, how did you get the total cost? Something else.
Did everyone follow me? Yeah. No, then ask me question. What's your, how do we find TV? How do we find TC? ATC multiply Q, right? Do we know ATC? K equal to 10.
So,
Okay. We have the ATC. 1150, then we multiply Q. That will be
Yeah.
TC, right? How do we find TVC? What's the formula? VC multiply Q, right? Do we know AVC there? When Q equal to 10?
Yeah.
How do you find TVC? So can you find TVC now?
TVC, ABC.
I found a TVC already.
You did.
How do you find TVC?
So anybody find the fixed cost yet?
I think
ABC times Q.
Okay. You found the fixed cost now? Are you guys paying attention to me right now?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm paying
You're just
attention.
confusing
I'm
the
just
stuff.
dead as fuck.
Let's calculate. Let's calculate.
Shit.
Okay, pay attention to me. This is not rocket science. Total cost, ATC multiply Q minus AVC multiply Q, right? Does that,
That's the total cost.
That's the total cost? That's how you get it?
this is total cost.
Uh,
This is total variable cost based on the formulas. Okay? And let's do this. So this, if we bring the Q out, then this is equal to ATC minus AVC multiply Q, right? Okay, we choose Q equal to 10. When Q is equal to 10, what is ATC?
1150.
What is AVC?
150.
You tell me what is the part here.
I'm mad.
See, we don't. I don't know.
Is this for fixed cost?
What is fixed cost value?
100.
100. Okay, so you put 100 here. How about the rest of it?
It's all one.
that's basically change.
Okay, so I've run out of time. What I want you to do here is
Take this home, work on it.
you just use those formula. Your formula is given. Just that few formulas over and over again. Different formula. Figure out all the rest of that. Okay, this is a practice to get familiar with the formula. Okay? Once you figure out a couple of them, then it's not that hard. Somebody has a balance sheet? Okay.
No, free. Like, got together.